15 signs you're an INFJ, the world's rarest personality type. Hello, psychickers! Welcome to our first video, which I believe you will find helpful and interesting. In this video, we are going to discuss 15 signs that you are an INFJ, the world's rarest personality type. Let's start our video. First of all, what does INFJ stand for? INFJ stands for introversion, intuition, feeling, and judgment. INFJs are creative nurturers with a strong sense of personal integrity and a drive to help others realize their potential. Creative and dedicated, they have a talent for helping others with genuine solutions to their personal challenges. Each of the 4 letters of the INFJ code signifies a key personality trait of the type. INFJs are energized by time alone, focus on ideas and concepts rather than facts and details, and make decisions based on feelings and values, and prefer to be planned and organized rather than spontaneous and flexible. This personality type is viewed as one of the rarest of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types, and makes up just about 2% of the total population. Even though we may think we know a ton about this personality type, it is often misconstrued. How about we investigate a portion of the principal traits of the INFJ personality type and see where you stand or not? But before that, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Signs that you are an INFJ. Number 1. INFJs often report feeling lonely and different, and for good reason. INFJs are low in numbers, so they will, in general, experience difficulty discovering other people who see the world in a similar way as they do. A great number of people who are of this sort will have admitted to feeling unique amongst their friends since they were a small kid. Number 2. INFJs take an all-or-nothing approach to life. INFJs, a curious blend of feeling and rationale, don't care to squander their energy on anything inauthentic. Even though they may fiddle with exploring every available opportunity, INFJs are really about quality over quantity and will get impatient with any person or thing they see as being fake, conspiring, or hesitant. Number 3. INFJs are future-focused. One component of the INFJ personality is its capacity to prepare and resolve. Do you frequently end up thinking about what you will do later on while losing yourself in the present? As somebody with the INFJ personality type, you will do all that you can to accomplish your ultimate objectives. This leads you to have future-centered knowledge since you are continually considering the next stage to arrive at your goals. To try not to feel pitiful, you will want to carry on with a way of life that is vigorously future-centered. Some typical instances of this sign are, on the off chance that you feel like the relationship with your accomplice isn't going anyplace, you will most likely separate. And on the off chance that you end up stuck in a similar position at work, you will probably leave the place of employment. Number 4. INFJs have intense, unwavering convictions, sometimes to a fault. An INFJ has certain thoughts regarding the world and a need to encourage change in society. These are profound and extraordinary convictions that they will rarely abandon. If a career, relationship, or law doesn't line up with their ethical compass, an INFJ will have no doubts about overlooking it or leaving it by the wayside. Number 5. INFJs tend to keep a small circle of friends and prefer to work alone. Although an INFJ may have many associates, if they call you friend, you can be certain that they mean it forever. This sort can count their close friends on just a few fingers, and they will be steadfast and committed to these valued people, regardless of how long passes between their connections. Number 6. INFJs are typically high achievers and people pleasers. If you need an assignment done right, hand it over to an INFJ. They will design and do everything to create a shining, completed item or task. However, While conveying analysis or criticism to this sort, do it delicately, as they will acknowledge each word and are continually making progress towards flawlessness. This sort is a remarkable mix of visionary and practitioner, yet they can undoubtedly fall prey to extreme episodes of anxiety or depression fixated on sentiments of deficiency or disappointment. Number 7. INFJs make decisions based on emotion and insight. An INFJ decides their general surroundings and the individuals in it depending on how they affect them. This sort couldn't care less much about records and performance history. All things considered, they search for the core of the issue and how an individual or organization treats them. This sort will trust their gut feeling about a circumstance and go with that, which is quite often an accurate approach for them. Number 8. INFJs are visionaries who see the big picture. This type tends to operate about 10 steps ahead. They're talented organizers and put their sights on the ultimate objective and what's needed to get them there. However, while INFJs are often dreamland about their future, they can at times neglect to be available for those things that are happening in the now. Accordingly, they do well with other more grounded types who can remind them to live in the moment. Number 9. INFJs are somewhat empathic and they tend to just know things. One of my favorite one-liners from the Game of Thrones is by the character Tyrion Lannister. I drink and I know things. This can be frequently said of an INFJ, with possibly fewer drinks. INFJs have an exceptionally exact feeling of instinct that they've been sharpening for their entire lives. Without seeing precisely why or how, an INFJ will see, close to meeting an individual, their actual character. Interesting, they will, in general, be particularly lenient of their friends who show wild conduct. This is because INFJs can recognize their good character and forgive, for example, frailties or past injuries. Number 10. INFJs ultimately seek genuine truth and meaning. This personality type couldn't care less about gossip or excessive actions, especially if there's not a valid reason behind them. An INFJ's reason for living is to look for knowledge and understanding, and even as they create, they frequently can detect a falsehood or misleading statement immediately. On the off chance that they accept a person to be a fake or a controlling type, they will experience no difficulty keeping them at a distance. Moreover, this sort regularly appreciates traveling, adventures, and experiences that increase their comprehension of the complexities of life and advance their self-reflection. Number 11. INFJs are true introverts, yet people not very close to them believe them to be extroverts. This happens because INFJs can be social chameleons and have an intrinsic capacity to mix into any social setting. The INFJ can be the bubbling energy source everyone crowds around for a night or two, exhibiting their enticing nature and energy. But be that as it may, this is never sustained because they lose energy when investing time with others and eventually become withdrawn. Those near an INFJ realize that this sort can give a discourse to a huge number of individuals, yet then recoils at blending with the group a short time later. Eventually, this sort should remember to withdraw to their home for some calm and a chance to recharge their batteries. Otherwise, they will become anxious and exhausted. Number 12. INFJs are gifted in language and are often creative writers. Under their introverted nature, INFJs prefer to spend time alone and develop enriched inner lives with many hobbies and skills. This type has trouble conveying their emotions verbally, so they turn to pen and paper. This, combined with their creative nature, leaves no surprise that the majority of successful writers are, in fact, INFJs. Number 13. INFJs seek lifelong, true blue relationships. This sort may end up with naturally outgoing individuals, for example, the ENTPs, the ENFPs, and the ENFJs. These sorts associate with the INFJ on a more profound level, yet occasionally will get the INFJ to turn off their mind and make the rounds on a Saturday night. Number 14. INFJs are on a different wavelength. On the off chance that you have an INFJ personality type, you regularly feel like an outsider. Being on an alternate frequency implies that you have good instincts you rely on, and because of how instinct functions, you will find it extremely troublesome to try to explain how you know and understand things. This can cause you to feel separated or even misconstrued. Number 15. INFJ, perfectionist and procrastinator. Individuals with an INFJ personality will, in general, dread disappointment. Do you feel like you should be awesome and consistently need to accomplish more than an ordinary individual would? This can be a telling sign that you have an INFJ personality. Interestingly, because of your consistent craving to get things done flawlessly, you tend to procrastinate a lot. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe.